So, we were more or less here. It was November 2024. I was trying to finish the cube to make another piece of furniture and move forward with the construction of the garage. Unfortunately, things do not always go as they should, and at the beginning of November 2024, I had cancer. I had cancer. 4 months have passed. Now I am recording at the end of February 2025. It was a terrible experience. Surgery, chemotherapy. Now it's all over. You see me like this. I want to show myself like this. I'm not ashamed of what you see. I've gained a lot of weight because of the cortisone. I've never been without hairs. But I show myself, I show you, and continue with my experience. I want to build. I want to finish what I started. I want to move forward, and I don't want to look back. We live in the present because life here is a moment. And if this experience has taught me anything, it is precisely to move forward despite everything and live in the present. If any of you are experiencing what I have experienced, what I am experiencing, let me know in the comments and I will reply to all of you, even if there are very few of you now. We will share the experience because in these moments there is always a need for someone to give you affection and someone to be close to you. If any of you have a family that helps you a lot, you always need affection because the world collapses on you. Anyway, all in the past. No, it's not all in the past. Everything is behind me for now. The tumor is currently out of my body. There will be a series of follow-ups that we will do, and I will keep you updated. Enough chit-chat, let's try to finish this piece and extend it to match this height in order to finish the cube and move forward with the construction of our second mobbing. Let's take a quick time jump because otherwise you won't understand anything. Yes, I have hair again, some time has passed, so I paused, but let's move on. Let's continue with the video. I just want to explain that behind me you see a piece of furniture already made because I had already made a small piece of furniture before discovering I was unwell, but unfortunately I lost all the files because in the chaos of the tragedy, let's say, allow me the term, I lost everything, and so we start again from here. You see me well, it's going well, but let's continue with the video. So, let's roughly take the measurements. We need to remove this square. Easy, difficult, we'll see. All done for the first side done. You are surely wondering why I use all these improvised makeshift pieces when I have, let's say, all the necessary tools to make this piece, because I haven't finished my workshop, so I can't rely on it. This table is made of great luck. It will never be perfectly square. We have some glue. A little. You know what I'll tell you, new piece, enough, I am fed up, it's too small, I can't optimize, these two together make one of these. Okay then, let's do a first gluing of the channel, let's clamp. There. The first glowing of the channel. So let's laminate these two pieces to reach the same thickness. There you go. 5 clamps. Now let's let it dry. So let's start by reinforcing the structure. The tip broke, can you believe it, with a very light wood. This is phenomenal, this. Incredible. I miss it here. Voila, many fewer movements. Turn good.
Inside. Our friend, after some time, he recovered. This you don't want to know how we do it like this. Grader totally taken. Okay, we put it like this. It's done. Now swat on. Let's start with the final paneling. Then we cover our structure with the wooden panels we have taken. Voila. First one done. Let's see how we're aligned here. So this sticks out a bit. Once from inside, first one done. The table is dead. Hi, is it heavy? Yes, it is heavy. Much more solid than the other. Turn the beauty, no stability. Great. So I placed a kind of line guide to make the cut straight because I'll do it with the jigsaw. This will be one of the 2 doors of the cabinet. Let's see what we can do for the first cut we make. Obviously, I saw this on YouTube, done by professionals. Great. So that the cat seems straight. Now we need to replicate another piece and cut another one exactly the same. Let's disassemble and reassemble. Don't do something.
Two cut doors. At this point, we should put ourselves.
Yes, we are, but I don't.
But what behind? The first round. Alone, it's impossible. Impossible. Shall we go like this? Almost. Do we make them fit well? If we make it fit well? I told you to leave a like so we can learn together how to work with wood.
Come on, if you want, we can go on the double up. And we did it.
We don't have a problem.
Well, it's the garage furniture. We'll make do.
So, now I'll put it down. We'll put the rods behind to hold up the white melamine part so we can hang other things on it. And then I would say to start with the infamous ones here on the wall. We place both diagonally to create the background. Come on. Let's go to the solution. Let's put up the first one so we can get out.
Voila. Goal achieved. I aim. Damn, we're missing the support.
We're
Now comes the fun part. Now we have to put 3 dowels on the wall so that try to smooth everything out. It's just that I started by passing with the bar this bracket here on the wall. I'll fix another one here on which there isn't any handling this downward, and we're almost at a stage with the studio.
refusal. Yes, okay, finished finally the whole wall.
I bored you with all the slats one by one. This is finished. I left this half to complete this wall. On this side, I think I'll leave it like this, and above we'll see. I don't know how high I'll go. We'll put the channel logo, and we're almost at the finish line. So the day after, let's take stock of the situation. Where have we gotten to? Yesterday we beat the paneled wall, that's fine. There, and we finished this cabinet. I need to review the door closures a bit, but it's not the priority. They open, but that's fine. Now what's missing to finish, let's say, the studio? The worktop is missing, and there are various ideas for this worktop, various visions, various structures, various dimensions. Obviously, I have to match those with the maximum dimensions for my space. My space, considering that it is a double garage, but half of it is occupied by the car. So I want to fully work on this table. I need to be able to make structures, whether it's a wardrobe or a bed. I want to do all these things over time. So if you're interested in all this, again, subscribe to the channel, leave a like to give continuity to this channel so that the next videos will appear on your homepage and you won't miss any of it. Returning to us, let's make the table. I wanted to make it in 2 levels. Main work surface, let's say, and on the left, on one side, a work surface on which I will fix this machine, the table saw, the small saw table, which will allow us to start working once and for all and start the laundry. Leave a like and let's continue. There's a premise. At the moment I'm working without plans. I'm working on the fly, just by intuition, as they say here. The workbench will also be built based on the rough idea I just told you about, but with measurements suited to me, with improvisation, because that's what I'm best at right now. In the future, I plan to use SketchUp like almost everyone does and produce these projects, these IKEA style construction plans. I intended to make IKEA style booklets that you can then purchase on the channel's website. It will take some time. Let's say that for the first few months we'll let things go a bit like this, improvising. So the current situation is this. To build this work table, let's say, I am relying on this improvised table, this improvised bench that is basically made from some trestles that rest on a board of OSB that I had in storage. Like, I have all these pieces of wood. To start building, I intended to glue and join 2 of these fir wood slats to form the support for certainly the 4 corners, and then the 2 accessories, which I think will be 6 legs to make. These are 2 meters in height. Now let's see if making it 1 meter, half of it matches my height, see if it bothers me. Let's see how tall this is. This one here, this is 75 centimeters. I work quite well with that. If we reach 80, how tall is this?
This is 90, maybe a bit too high. Let's make it 80. Let's move on. So, what do we need to start this construction? Drill. Screwdriver, no, they can also be a single tool, but each time you have to change the bit to screw and put it back and you waste time too. It's done quickly. Cut. Why this? Because in my opinion it gives me a straighter and more linear result, even though I have to do it manually. Maybe the jigsaw is better. Jigsaw and cut. We take the measurements, mark with a pen. Tape measure essential for these things. It's a line that gives us a perfect 90 degrees. And we secured the 2 ends with our dear clamps. In America, these are women. In Italy, they are clamps. In America, they are clamps. So I feel like calling them women. So let's move on. Voila. almost perfect. I would give it a little sanding, a little screwing. So I cut the legs to 80 because I want to add wheels that will give me a thickness of about 10. And then there's the top, which I don't know if I'll use to save a bit. So since the average workbenches are between 85 and 95 centimeters, we more or less reach the maximum limit of 95, so we can work well. Let's continue with the cutting. Let's cut the other 80. So now, since I want to make a joint for the structure, I want to remove this piece from each leg to overlap the side beams inside and give it more structure. I will secure them with glue and screws to give them good strength. I will do the same here. The space that remains here that you cannot see now. So let's do it like this. This is my idea. This half here, the space that remains here, will be occupied by the other beam that will come like this and will fit perfectly with the whole structure to provide more support for all the movements. No? So let's continue with So, since these are rough slats, as you can see, they are all rough on the surface, they are not treated. So before assembling, I will give it a good sanding to keep everything smooth and splinter free. Obviously, if I had the router that you can insert and it levitates directly, everything would be much simpler, but we don't have it because we are hobbyists who don't know how to do things, and let's say that will come at a later stage when we learn to use basic tools like the ones we are using. Let's go on now, as we just said. I connected this under to the vacuum cleaner for the first time. Let's go in time lapse. So, since we finished the legs, okay. Since I want to reuse those scrap pieces of thin plywood, 8 millimeters, what do you say? 8 millimeters for a work surface? Yes, 8 millimeters is a work surface for now. Then I will overlay. Another layer, most likely of pine. The important thing is to work on it. The work surface should get worn. It doesn't have to be cedar or American walnut, whatever it is, it's fine. For me. So, as I am not a professional, I repeat and I want to emphasize it. Anyway, I have two pieces that are 1 meter and 20 for 60. So it would be a square of 1 meter and 20 by 1 meter and 20, plus the appendix of the table saw, which we will do later. First, I will take care of the square of 1 meter and 20 by 1 meter and 20. So 1 meter and 20 in total. From the 1 meter and 20, I have to subtract. The result is 114.4.
And who will move it anymore? So I took the measurements directly on the sheet to see if they matched with the legs. The first legs we made, they are perfect. So let's cut the second strip, the third, and then the fourth. so we can assemble everything. Let's put the glue here. The legs, these were. Voila. So this is basically the structure that is now only. It's resting, not fixed. Now the central structure goes in. Voila. We have finished, let's say, the upper structure that holds well. The lower structure is a bit unstable because all the lower reinforcements are missing. More or less, this is an idea of how it will turn out.
The bend.
We can remove this. Voila. Over there will go the extension for the table saw, which will be central, and I will use the two sides as an extension for the table saw. Since it is wider, this is the first face, let's say, of the table. Now I'll gather the materials. And then we come back here to work again. Here we are, it's time to build a proper workbench, because this one doesn't satisfy me. So, as we have seen, for someone who doesn't know how to do anything, isn't a carpenter, there are always problems. So you never manage to finish the things you want to finish on time. So you find solutions, shortcuts to try to solve it in another way. Now I wanted to beautify the background of the videos a bit. I had ChatGPT, let's say, imagine the studio for me. In theory, it should turn out like this. In practice, we'll see. I need to start recovering all the time lost for this nice surprise. Start a shoe rack laundry room. I bought billions of pairs of shoes and I can't put them anywhere yet because I don't have space where I am now. I needed to change the bathroom, to redo my son's room, redo the kitchen. I have to do some projects. So if you want to follow me, subscribe to the channel, leave a like because it helps me to keep going. If you want to support me, I'm Yuni Oyauma. I read your comments for this experience I went through. There will be an evolution gradually, but it will always get better. I will improve, the content will improve, and we can all move forward together for a new adventure of this channel. Let's keep growing more and more. I always say I have to beat my son, who is Gerbolane. You can find him in the description below. He already has 20,000 subscribers today, but I will beat him. So subscribe to the channel and see you next time. I still have to finish soundproofing the garage here so as not to disturb the neighbors. And let's say there's quite a bit to do. Come on, give me a hand.